Hey, I'm back. Uh, we were talking at the end of that video about a trick. So a lot of people use an acronym, which is a phrase that you can use to remember things. So for treble clef, a lot of people use the word "every good boy does fine" or "deserves fudge" or whatever you use is fine. But the first letter of each one of these is the name of the line. So if you can remember "every good boy does fine," then it will really help you quickly identify the lines in treble clef. You can also, for the spaces, it spells the word face. So you see here, the first space is F-A-C-E, face. So if we go here to this exercise here, if we use our acronym, every good boy deserves fudge, you can look at the bottom here, every good boy deserves. So it's a D. Okay? Now here's a bass clef one. So let's go take a look at the bass clef. Bass clef is good boys do fine always. So you got to remember boys is the second word. Good boys do fine always. And for the spaces, it doesn't spell a cool word like face. It spells, you can use all cars eat gas. I actually just remembered ACEage, like ace with a G on there, like you're being gnarly, ACEage. But anyway, whatever works for you, that worked for me. I know it's nerdy, but whatever. So good boys do fine always and ACEage, or all cars eat gas. So if I look here, this is a space. So I'm going to use all cars eat gas. So all cars eat gas. It's a G. Okay. Here's treble clef. And in fact, we already had this answer, but let's look at it. Remember the treble clef lines where every good boy does fine. So every good boy does. Okay. Bass clef. Remember, it's all cars eat. And okay, here's a tricky one. Because the acronym doesn't go down far enough. So it's every good boy deserves or does fine for treble clef. And if you look down here, it's below the line because it's on a ledger line down here. So the first line is right here. So we have to do the alphabet backwards from that bottom line. So we know that's E for every. And then what letter comes before E? D comes before, that would be the space. And then this ledger line here would be the letter before D, which would be C. And there you go. All right, here is a bass clef. So bass clef is good boys deserve. So that's a D. Good boys do is what it says on that acronym. Good boys do fine. Bass clef space, so it's A, all cars. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's really pretty simple. And the good news about reading music is once you've got that symbol memorized, like I know that's an A, it's going to be that for the rest of your life. And it'll never change. This will always be a G, and this will always be a D. It's that easy. It really is. So don't be afraid of note names. They're one of the easiest things to do. They're easier than playing your instrument, actually, because it's just a symbol. You just have to memorize it. And there's only, 7 of them to memorize. So, okay. So after you watch this video, why don't you go back and try that note identification thing again, see if you can get 100%. Okay?